right now on Fox 35 News at 10.
A big ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court today. Police now will need a warrant to search your cell phone if they pull you over. The Chief Justice acknowledged the ruling will impact how law enforcement does its job, but he said, quote, privacy comes at a cost. So glad to talk with Steve Kramer from the Kramer law firm about this. Steve, why is this such a big deal?
This is a huge deal. Privacy advocates have been screaming about this for years. The problem is you had people getting pulled over for relatively minor offenses and having their entire lives on display and effectively on trial.
I think that was what shocked so many people, is that people thought, was it happening that frequently that the Supreme Court had to step in and intervene?
Yeah, this is a huge issue. 100 years ago, people didn't walk around with all of, boxes of sensitive documents that encapsulated their entire life. That didn't happen until the advent of the smartphone. And this was happening, and people were getting arrested for an offense like driving on a suspended license and having personal photos reviewed, text messages reviewed, emails. If you think about it, every aspect of most people's modern lives are encapsulated on the phone. Their Facebook connections, their social connections, everything they do.
So what kind of impact do you see this happening? I think the concern for some people is, will the bad guys get away that much easier if police aren't able to kind of snoop around and see what else could be going on?
Well, when you look at this ruling, this isn't like a close ruling. This wasn't a 5-4 or 6-3. This was a unanimous ruling, a 9-0. And the issue is that the right to be free from the harassment of the government trumps these other concerns.
Yeah, and it's interesting too, and I think, like you said, a unanimous ruling speaks volumes in and of itself, but it was also worth noting that John Roberts, Chief Justice, came out and said to addressing law enforcement in general, hey, I know this is going to make your job a lot harder, but sorry, the right of the individual comes before all that. I just found that kind of interesting.
That's right. We want to protect our values, our Constitution, the American way, paramount and first and foremost above everything else.
Yeah, well, it's really interesting stuff. We appreciate you coming in.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
Yeah, Steve Kramer with the Kramer Law Firm. Thank you.
Thank you.